god, it took me so long to set everything up. Oh my god, hi. Hi. Hi, Tomo. Yaho. 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 Nikon. Yaho. Hi. Sorry. It took me a little while because I had, well, everything kind of got deleted randomly and it was really obnoxious, so I had to fix that. Let's make myself bigger. Oh. Okay, I'm Saya today. Yeah, I had the scene and everything together, but then it got deleted because I had to move my files. Oh, his outfit, thank you. I had to draw the dress. I couldn't remove my body. I didn't remove all my body. Crazy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for super. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, I apologize again for the low energy. I'm excited to play Sayano Uta. I love Sayano Uta. I do. Nana no Uta is kind of big, no? Thanks. We're gonna play. Story is work of fiction. The procedures and conditions described herein. Okay. Low energy. Already been beaten by schools. Do not. Is the sound okay? Hey, the wriggling mass of flesh bubbles. Three such creatures sit around the table in front of me, slurping filthy sludge from their cups as they trade whines, growls, and sounds that I cannot describe. It's okay. Okay. Little kitten! Sorry, that's... Yeah, it's a normal family dinner. I listen carefully. I'm able to grasp the gist of their conversation and respond when it is required of me. This is necessary to avoid arousing their suspicion. However these creatures look, they are my friends apparently. Fuminori. I wish that I could still deny it, but I gave up on that a long time ago. Night after night, I went to sleep praying for an end to this nightmare, only to wake each morning to the same twisted hellscape as the day before. Ah, thank you for being a tube owner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know now that I have to blend in. I have to act like one of them. Such has been my life these past 3 months, and so it will remain until the day I die. Yeah, I just get out. Judging by its tone, this one must be Koji. And the one next to him squealing more than the others is probably Omi. Which means the one next to me is Yo. Although I can no longer see any trace of her once attractive features, I do my best to ignore the rotten stench of the excrements that issue from her quivering flesh. Everything has changed. Or almost everything. By some cruel trick of fate, my relationship to the world alone remains the same, as if an insane architect took the blueprints of my life and rebuilt it out of blood and gore. Warping noises, yeah. These monsters and I were part of the same college club. We studied together, ate together, we even went skiing together every winter break. No, these are but painful memories of days that will never return. If only no one recognized me, I might have been able to disconnect myself from the world. It would have been comforting in comparison to believe that I had been abducted by aliens or that I had stumbled through a gateway to hell. Interesting descriptions. Is this your first time seeing anything related to NO UTA? Yes? Oh my god. But no, this is beyond a doubt the city where I was born and raised. The society I was part of for 20 years. Save that I, and I alone, can no longer see that way. The world as I knew it is gone. I have no place to call home. Makes me feel like sorry. If Nana doesn't finish it, you guys should play it. I'll probably play it. Sorry enough for that. This is how I sound, you guys. Anyway, I can tell that whatever they're discussing is of no importance to me. I decide to keep quiet while pretending to listen. But just then, a Fuminori, one of the flesh beasts, says as it swivels its bloodshot eyes towards me, "What do you think?" About what? I tried desperately to suppress my loathing and behave normally, but my hoarse voice ruins the attempt. We're talking about this year's ski trip. You're coming too, right? That is with me soothing. Thank you guys are so sweet. I'm glad you like my yawns. A slimy hole near the top of the creature writhes nauseatingly as it vomits some semblance of words. That must be Koji's face, or what I would have seen as such 3 months ago. Unable to stomach the sight of it, I avert my eyes and give a neutral answer. I don't know. I could find a meat world in VR chat. I also do. There are none. I haven't been able to find a meat world. Wouldn't imagine a blob of flesh can ski very well. True. Love me Nana, love the Nana sounds of petting Nana simple eyes. Guys, today I showered. I showered, I cleaned my room, and I did schoolwork. Also, I took all my vitamins. You guys want to hear all of the vitamins I'm taking? That's a long list. So I'm taking iron supplements, I'm taking daily vitamins, I'm taking magnesium, I'm taking vitamin D supplements, I'm taking omega-3 supplements, I'm taking antidepressants as well. Yeah. I also did a face mask, a hair mask, and all of my skincare. Smooth as a baby's bum. Also, I shaved my body. You have other plans? Not really. These are my closest companions. One of them had even wished to be more. Ooh. You hear it? How many nights have I spent crying in loneliness, lamenting the friends who will no longer exist? In 3 months, my tears are dry, and now there is only loathing left in me, surrounded by hideous creatures that I can only assume are Koji, Omi, and Yo. I spend each day trying to act as I always have. If I fail at this, I'll surely be sent back to the hospital. Only this time I'll be locked away forever. No matter what, I won't let that happen. I mean, it's not like physical activity could affect your injuries, right? I'm not sure. I'll ask the doctor during my checkup. That's it. I can't look at them or bear their screeching any longer. I jump to my feet, desperate to escape. Eat the peach hole? What do you mean I eat the peach hole? Like what? Like those gremlin hairless cats. Yeah. I want to get locked away forever. Oh man, I'm going away forever. Hey Fuminori. Spray of stringy slime from the cilia around its voice box flies at me. I try to cover myself, but too late to keep the slime from splattering across my face like the yolk of a rotten egg. I'm about to lose it. I want to grab a chair, a desk, anything within reach and use it to smash the life out of this creature, ending it all. I barely suppress the impulse. I mustn't let on that something's wrong. However they look to me, this is their world. I'm the outsider here. Like I said, today's my checkup. I've got to go. Desk flip. Need a bite emote? I kind of agree. I need to get new emotes. Struggling to put on a smile, I reach into my wallet, pull out the first bill I find, and put it on the table without even looking at it. I don't care about the change, I just need to get out of here now. Later, I mutter hastily and flee the cafeteria. Hey boo, I am sad. Yeah. NO UTA. NO UTA. I'm not crazy. Hey, says Takahata Oni. Why don't we go somewhere we can skate for this year's ski trip? Scuba Yo frowns at the suggestion. Skate? But why go to a ski resort to skate? Haha, give her a break, Tsukubu. That's all she talks about these days. Tono Koji supports Omi with a laugh. Her impromptu suggestions are nothing new, but it's Koji's role as her boyfriend to provide backup. They're good match for each other. You'll think sometimes it makes her jealous. Where's the meat? In my belly? My chat is the meat. That's me eating you. The meat. The meat. The meat is eating you. I mean, she'd seriously never gone skating before I took her the other day. Hey, is it really that strange? Not many people start skating in their 20s, you know. I was... Like, you picked it up just like that. That's pretty amazing on me. Sorry. It's a lot like skiing. You keep your weight forward and use the ankle of the shoes to steer. Hi, Oguri Ratu. Rato Ogi Rat Ogirat. Okay, Ogirat. Okay, you're Ogirat. Hi, Ogirat. You made it sound so easy. I figured I should give it a try, and it was fun. On a snowboard? No. So it was a date. Yo feels a stab of envy. Koji and Omi enjoy their time together, as normal lovers do. That's certainly not something that should make her jealous. It's just that her luck in love has been bad. Oh, well, I want to see Omi skate too. It keeps her voice upbeat, trying to cover her disquiet. She knows that it's wrong to envy her friends. She too would be spending time with the man she admires, if not for the terrible tragedy that befell him. His is true misfortune. Her bad luck doesn't begin to compare. Sorry. So time to bring this stream with me. Use code Niku for gamers subs 10% off. So how about it? If we make the next ski trip a skating trip too, it'll be twice as fun.
でもさ、スケートはスケート
But
リ
you
ンク
can
に行けばできるじゃない。わざわざスキー場に行ってまでやる？
but you can skate at a skating rink, can't you? Why go all the way to a ski resort?
だから屋内じゃなくてさ、屋外スケート。凍った湖とかで滑る。
Yeah, get the suppies, support the puppy. Get the suppies and support the puppies. I don't want to skate indoors. I want to skate outside on a lake or something.
そんな都合のいいとこ。
That sounds fun, but won't it be crowded?
すっごく混んでそう。
While speaking, Yo sneaks a sideways glance at the young man sitting next to her. Although the conversation has involved only 3 people so far, there are in fact 2 couples at the cafeteria table. Yo's boyfriend, though there's still some doubt over whether he could be called that, is beside her, as silent and as expressionless as a statue. Hey, Fuminori, what do you think? Perhaps Koji sensed Yo's pain in his usual quiet and considerate way. That's a good flavor. I like titty milk. Titty milk is good. I also like gloomy bear or like gloomy punch, and then I like nectar, Nile nectar, and kissy kissy passion. About what? The cause of Yo's stress, Sakisaka Fuminori responds to Koji's sudden query with a vague, mumbled question of his own. We're talking about this one night ski trip. You're coming too, right? Koji speaks gingerly, as though probing a tumor. A few months ago, he would not have hesitated to rebuke Fuminori for his attitude. Their long acquaintance had forged a strong and honest friendship, but now... I don't know, Fuminori responds bluntly, his downcast eyes and sullen demeanor making it clear that he has no desire to break the silence. Hello, why are you streaming so late? I gotta sleep, but good stream, much love. Thank you. I don't know, I always stream late. Sorry. Sorry. You have plans? Not really. Even Koji, Fuminori's best friend, cannot communicate with him as before. What hope does Yo have of breaking through the shell? The scars left by the events of that late summer... Hey, thank you for the super. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. The scars left by the events of that late summer day are still deep all these months later. Each one of the 4 bears them, not only Fuminori. I mean, it's not like physical activity could affect your injuries, right? Not sure. I'll ask the doctor during my checkup. I sound like a guy, guys. As though that answer drained the last of his patience, Fuminori bolts out of his chair. Hey, Fuminori! Even Koji can't keep his voice from rising as he tries to stop Fuminori from leaving. Fuminori reacts swiftly, throwing his hands over his face, as though to shield himself from something terrifying. Maybe some split flew inadvertently from Koji's mouth. But that happens sometimes. Fuminori's reaction is beyond the pale. Like I said, Fuminori snaps, making no attempt to relieve the discomfort of his friends. Today is my checkup. I have to go. Don't come to school tomorrow, guys. Even as he tosses the money on the table to pay for his coffee, he acts like he's touching something filthy. Later. Say it, don't spread. Fuminori stalks out of the cafeteria almost as if he's running away. Cloaked in heavy silence, the remaining 3 lower their gaze to the table, where the abandoned 10,000 yen bill sways forlornly. Fuminori's coffee is untouched.
やってられないわね。もう
I'll spray you. It's like a sprinkler. I can't take this anymore, Omi says with a sigh, but Koji shakes his head reproachfully. Fuminori just needs a little more time.
だってもう3ヶ
But
月よ。
it's been 3 months.
なんなのよあれ。
What's with his
だって
attitude?
こっちが
I
変に
feel
なり
like I'm
そう。
going crazy hanging around him.
俺だってわからない。
Hey, I don't understand what he's going through either. I don't think any of us
お
can.
前だって想像つくか。
Can you imagine losing your whole family like that? That'd screw anyone up.
平気でいられるわけ
It
ない
could have happened to anyone. The trailer flipped over on the highway, crushing the Hisaka family car into a twisted scrap. They said it had been difficult to tell the bodies of Fuminori's parents apart. For a while, it had looked as if there was no hope for Fuminori either. It was nothing short of a miracle that he was able to leave the hospital and return to a normal life.
見舞いに行った時なんて
It was worse when we went to see him in the hospital, remember?
誰が
He was terrified of us, like he didn't know who we were.
呼ばれて
He even had to be tied to a bed. He freaked out so bad.
よくあそこまで立ち直ってくれたと思う。
I'm just glad he's made it this far.
それにしたって変
There's still something strange about him.
私たちのこと見る
What's
目
with the way he looks at us? It's like we're not even
まるでこっち
human.
が人間じゃないみたい。
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
よせ、オミ。
Cut it out, Omi. Sorry, cut it out, Omi, Koji says forcefully. Probably less of empathy for his friend than out of consideration for Yo. I'm drinking suppies right now. You hear that? Yes, or Koji's kindness makes her happy. Yo also knows that she mustn't take advantage of it. Fuminori is the victim, just as Koji said. He is the one who most deserves sympathy. Also, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. You'll get me for an hour tonight. And then I'm not gonna be streaming longer than an hour tonight. I'm sorry. And they're just throwing out a ton of names. I'm already starting. Okay, so this is Koji. This is Yo. Omi is the black-haired girl. Fuminori is the depressed guy. Those feelings for Fuminori are her problem, and no one else's. She doesn't blame Fuminori for not giving her an answer after she worked up the courage to ask him out. In fact, she thinks even more fondly of him for taking the time to consider than she would have had he treat their relationship casually. Apparently, the fact that Fuminori did not reject her was enough to make them a couple in Koji and Omi's eyes. They've had plenty of fun at Yo and Fuminori's expense since. The truth of it, though, is that he still hasn't given her an answer. After revealing her feelings to him, Yo didn't see Fuminori again until a week later. And then she could only stare at his broken body through the window of an ICU. And when he was finally released after 50 days, it seemed like an eternity, he was somehow different. But forever since I've seen... Hey, don't apologize, Rose Cherry. I love you guys. I'll be here tomorrow for Phasmophobia too. And then on Sunday. I know. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba. Oh. Yeah, I am not doing your Phasmo. I'll get motion sick and throw up. Blah. Blah. She's starting to doubt that he even remembers what she confessed to him before the accident. Now winter is coming and her feelings hang forgotten in the cold, lonely air. I threw up in my mouth. Dr. Tanbo Ryoko has never had a more troublesome patient. Oh! Sex! Sex! Oh my god, Sensei! Sensei, I'll do anything for an egg. Come here, beautiful lady. Any changes since your last visit? No, nothing to speak of. His voice is hard and flat. His words tossed carelessly into the air. It's like he's speaking to himself in an empty room. Yoko is a surgeon, not a psychiatrist. But even she can sense the thickness of the wall he has erected between himself and the world. Any nausea, dizziness, or hallucinations? No. While Sakisaka appears to be looking at Yoko, his gaze is actually aimed at a fraction down to the side. He's only superficially engaged in the conversation. Well, in truth, it does not interest him in the slightest. Perfect projection. She's like, you guys. Let me get a look at those thighs, beautiful lady. She's not a sensei, she's Isha? Doctor? Isha, I think. Isha. Mion from Higurashi? I'd argue Rika is best girl from Higurashi. Thank you. Sorry. Realizing that she can't interview him like this, Ryoko sighs and sets her chart aside. Mr. Sakisaka. The procedure you received at this hospital was the latest in experimental neurosurgery. We explained this before, didn't we? Treatment of subdural hematoma through the use of micro machines. Procedure available in Japan exclusively here at T University had been the only way to save Sakisaka Seminary from a cerebral contusion that should have been fatal. It's a bummer, but yeah. No. I'm not that cute. I'm just kind of stupid. I'm just stupid. With an experimental treatment, there's always the risk of unexpected complications. Touchy nose. Of course. Sakisaka Fumnori's lips twist slightly in what may be a bitter or mocking smile. But it is gone before Ryoko can even discern its meaning. Normally, I would have never said anything to frighten a patient. But there have been reports of serious neurological disorders post-surgery. We must continue to monitor your condition carefully. Hence these weekly checkups. If only he would take them a little more seriously. How was last week's MRI? Sakisaka asked abruptly, as if to catch Ryoko off guard. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, is a way for doctors to examine the brain in detail without opening the patient's skull. Surprised by Sakisaka's uncommon technology knowledge, Ryoko recalls his profile. Oh, that's right, you're a medical student, aren't you? The kind of anomaly you're worried about should show up on the MRI, right? Did you find anything? No, there is nothing, not the slightest hint of abnormal activity. Her procedure was such a low rate of success. The results have been nothing short of a miraculous, so it should. However, something still bothers Ryoko. She can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something beneath his guarded exterior. Some terrible weight on his soul, perhaps. But if it's an inorganic, whoa, that's a word, problem, and there's nothing she can do as long as he refuses to explain it. I'm fine. I've been on my own for 3 months without any problems. What could go wrong now? Please. You know that continued observation is required after these difficult surgeries. You have to trust us a little more. I suppose you're right. I do want to trust you, doctor. Can I come to you? Can I come to you? With anything?
もちろん。
Yes, of course, Ryoko answers, smiling to cover up her irritation. Sakisaka asked the exact same question during last week's visit.
じゃあ
Well then,
先週の話の
let's
続
pick
きなん
up
で
where
す
we left off. Have you learned anything about Dr. Ogai? Unable to answer, Ryoko hardens the mask of her smile. As before, the patient is inquiring about someone whom he has no business knowing.
大外教授のことは、その
If you don't mind me asking, what does Dr. Ogai have to do with your treatment?
信頼しろ
You
と
just
言
told
った
me
ら
to trust you, and now you're
いき
keeping
なり隠し
secrets?
事ですか
Ryoko is used to patients treating her with hostility. Some degree of paranoia is natural when dealing with a person whose mistakes could kill you. In Sakisaka, however, she doesn't see the anxiety that other patients exhibit. His demeanor is perfectly calm, almost like a detective questioning a suspect.
何分だいぶ前にここ
He
を辞められ
left
た
this
からで
hospital
す。
some time ago. I never had any contact with him myself.
辞めた理由はご存
Do you know
知
why he left?
ええ
Yes, I believe it was personal, Ryoko answered smoothly, her earlier hesitation gone. Having decided that at the outset to lie, she has no trouble doing so with a straight
それに
face.
しても
But why do you keep asking about Dr. Ogai? Are you
なぜあなたは
acquainted?
そんなに大が
教授は今失踪中なん
Do
で
you
す
know that the doctor has gone
い
missing?
いえ
No, Ryoko realizes that her answer may have been a little too quick. She should have acted more surprised.
近頃教授の
I've
身内の
recently
人間
become
と懇意
close
に
with a relative of his.
その人から調査
It
を頼まれ
was she who asked me to find him. A relative, Ryoko considers this with a
大
frown.
外教授に
I
援
didn't
者の
think
方はおら
Dr.
れない
Ogai
はず
had
です
any relatives. God, I wasn't the only one. Eh? Oh, who told you that?
それは
I heard it from a nurse, Ryoko replies, remembering that she just claimed to have had no contact with the man.
そんなことが噂に
I
なる
see,
程度
the
には
doctor was famous enough to have nurses gossiping about him.
まあ一風
I
変
hear he
わっ
was
た
an
人だったみたい
unusual
な
man.
のに
But no one knows why he left the
誰も彼が大学を辞めた理由を
university? Ryoko falls silent, knowing that this isn't a topic she can brush away with a smile. Sakisaka seems to have finally grasped her mood. However, as his strangely stiff tone softens a little, please, I have to find Dr. Ogai. There's a girl who needs him. Can't you help me?
それはむしろ警察
Isn't
の
this
業務
something
なん
the
じゃない
police should handle? Although she makes it sound like the most obvious thing in the world, the suggestion is actually a gamble. If Ogai Masahiko's disappearance becomes a police matter, then the university will be investigated. Everyone who was involved in the incident will be at risk of exposure. And of course, that includes Ryoko herself. She knows, however, that Sakisaka is unlikely to go to the police. First of all, his excuse is obviously a lie. He already made sure that Ogai had no relatives who might come looking for him, which is why they could bury the truth of what happened. But then, how did Sakisaka, a mere patient, learn about Ogai?
坂さん
I'd be happy to help, but there's been no word from Dr. Ogai since he resigned last
ですが
April.
どこか長期の旅行にで
I
も
can only assume that he's gone to on an extended vacation. He's fucking dead. I see. Expecting resistance, Ryoko is surprised when Sakisaka backs down. She's worried about his condition, and the mysterious link between him and Ogai is only making her more uneasy. But as long as he doesn't open up to her, there's nothing she can do. After a brief pause, Ryoko writes progress good on Sakisaka's chart for today.
先坂
Oh, he's just watching
それで
YouTubers
は
too.
来週の診察ですが
About next week's appointment, how does 4 o'clock sound? Before she can finish, Sakisaka is gone. Looks like someone sprayed the walls with pig guts from ceiling to floor. What color should the walls of a hospital be? White, of course. Until the creatures of rotten flesh shambling around me, I'm sure this hallway looks just as white as it should. I know intellectually that the walls are white, and I know that the flesh beasts are really human. I'm the one with the problem. And it's because I've accepted... Oh, holy English is getting hard. And it's because I've accepted this that I'm able to lead something approaching a normal life. Even my university's medical department is nowhere near as good as T University's. I'm still a medical student specializing in neurology. 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 Neurology? Neurology. I have a basic idea of what has happened to me, though it is hard to believe. This isn't a pathological condition. It's probably some form. Oh my god, okay. It's probably some form of agnosia, unlike anything that has ever been studied before. A flesh beast called Tanboyoko said that the other patients had developed neurological disorders after receiving the same treatment I did. So I guess I'm just another failure. It makes me want to laugh in that know-it-all doctor's face. That said, I don't blame the doctor who operated on me. After all, I do owe them my life. I know as well as anyone how low the chance of success was, and that I had no other hope of survival. And English is cute, but that is a big word, and my brain is fried. I was unlucky. That's all there is to it. The point is that my condition is untreatable. Just like someone adapting to a hearing aid or wheelchair, I have no choice but to adapt to this nauseating scenery. Of course, it's hard. It wasn't easy to resign myself to this fate. But now there's more than just despair. Even for me, there's a glimmer of hope. Keeping my eyes on my feet, I hurry home. Do you guys know if this is like an actual condition that's ever happened? Like, someone had brain surgery and then like they viewed the world as like guts and gore. I live in a quiet suburban neighborhood in a house that's much too large for me alone. My parents, and even unluckier than I was, died in the accident 3 months ago. I couldn't even go to the funeral for being in intensive care. I had to sell my father's business, but at least that left me with the house and enough money to live on for a while. I see. Of course I'm sad, but the accident took more from me than my parents. In fact, being on my own has probably saved me. If they were still alive, my parents would have never have allowed me to live with some strange girl. Okaeri! As I open the door, a bright voice greets me from the kitchen. The voice is beautiful and clear as a bell. Clear as a bell human. Its sweet sound washes the day's cacophony? Cacao. Yeah, from my memory. I'm home, Saya. Even the patter of feet coming down the hallway is music to my ears. Nowhere else in the city I can hear such footsteps. Only in this house with Saya am I so privileged. Cute! That's me! Do we look like twins? Do we look like twins? It is me. Wait. Look, now I basically just have the same thing as her. I have fluffs. You're a little late. You're late. I was a little worried. Sorry, I had to stop by the hospital today. Oh, that was today? And her smile, and the inquisitive tilt of her head, everything is everything that I have lost. Since my accident, this girl is the only person I've met, perhaps the only person in the entire world who does not trigger my cognitive disorder. True, her skin seems too light, and the color of her eyes is probably different in reality. But even so, her form is undeniably human. And it's not just her appearance and her voice either. As I bend down to take off my shoes, Saya wraps her arms around my neck and pulls me gently into her chest. Her skin feels truly human, not cold or slimy, and from her hair wafts a sweet feminine fragrance. In all the world, only Saya is pleasing to my five senses. What's more, she smiles at me, embraces me. She knows that she is my salvation. for some reason is happy that I need her. If I had not met Saya, if I had been all alone in this twisted, filth-ridden world, I would no doubt have succumbed to madness. It is no exaggeration to say that Saya alone is keeping me alive.
今日は一日どうしてた？
What did you do today?
今の模様替えもう半分ぐらい塗り終わったよ。で今はね、
Worked on the living room, the painting's half done. And now I'm making her dinner like I learned from the TV.
そうか。楽しみ
Sounds
だな。
good.
もうちょっと時間かかりそう
It'll
なの。
take a little longer. Can you
いい
wait?
よ。
Sure, I'll do some more work
僕
in
は
the
今
living
の
room.
知識をやってる。
After I see the humming Saya off to the kitchen, I step into the living room. I realize that if the natural colors of the world were sickening, all I had to do was paint over them with colors that seemed pleasant. I went to the hardware and bought every color of paint I could find, and Saya and I tried different combinations until we found one that worked. After painting the bedroom from ceiling to floor, I was finally able to get my first good night's sleep since the accident. When we first started in the living room, Saya, unsure of what to do with the curtains, just painted carefully around the windows. Without a moment of hesitation, I tore the curtains down and painted over the glass itself. There will never be anything out there that I want to see. As long as we keep the storm shutters closed, the neighbors probably won't think anything of
ご
it.
飯できたよ。
Dinner's ready! Yeah, it brings a tear to my eye to have someone so perfect in a world of disaster. True.
こっちで食べよう。持って
Can
き
you
てくれ
bring
る
it in here? As he enters the living room with a tray of food, Saya sniffs the
ペン
air.
キの匂い。
Paint smell doesn't bother you? Now that she mentions it, I suppose the smell of paint thinner must be building up in this closed room. It doesn't really bother me though. There are far worse smells
じ
outside.
ゃあ嫌いか
Does it bother you?
平気。
No, I'm fine if you
大
are.
丈夫ならいい。
Saya sets the food on the table. Unfortunately, neither its color nor its smell is at all appetizing. Not the food not that food elsewhere is any
いただき
different.
ます
Thanks, Saya. It has become a routine. My holy shit, English is hard. It has become a routine. I steel myself and methodically transport the food into my mouth. The taste is as gut-wrenching. Okay, I don't know how much longer I can go. I'm fucking up. The taste is as gut-wrenching. Gut-wrenching as I expected. But it's not Saya's fault. I'm sure she made it exactly like the cooking show said. It's just that my taste buds can't accept it.
美味しく。
It's not good, she asks hesitantly. Well, no. Lying won't make Saya happy. She knows about my condition.
気にしないで。
Don't worry about it. I'll make something different tomorrow.
いつ
Sorry, you always go to the trouble of cooking, but
いいのよ。
That's fine
こう
if
や
I
って
keep
いろいろ
trying.
試していけば
Maybe I'll find something you like.
一人でも美味しく食べられるメニューが
In my current state, eating is nothing more than an unwelcome duty. As much as I hate it, I need food to survive. If I stay alive, then perhaps one day, as Saya says, I'll be able to taste something delicious again. I met Saya, didn't
そ
I?
うは食べないの？
Aren't you going to eat? No, I already ate.
もう済ましたから。
You know the times we've been together, Saya's never once eaten with me. I don't know why she refuses to do so. It makes me a little sad. Still, I'm not about to push the issue, not when she's putting up with all the problems I
そうい
have.
えば
By the way, I asked about your father again. You did? Dr. Ogai Masahiko is Saya's father and her only living relative. Saya has asked me to unravel the mystery of his disappearance.
やっぱり何も教えてくれない。何
They
か
still
隠
wouldn't
して
tell
る
me
って言
anything.
うか
I get the feeling they're hiding something.
そう。
Oh. I expected Saya to be a little more
心
disappointed.
配じゃない
You
の
haven't given up, have you?
ううん。
No, Saya responds with an unreadable expression. It's not that. She gives me a little shake of her head, then smiles at me once again.
ありがとう。
Thanks for all you're doing for me.
君はそれ以上のことを
It's nothing compared to what you've done for me. I thank her for the meal and set my chopsticks down next to the perfectly clean plate. As wretched as the taste was, thinking of the care that Saya put into it gave me the strength to finish every bite.
じゃあ、
Is it bath time? Yeah, will you wash my back again? Sure. Ever since Saya moved in, it's been like having my own life. Saya, why are you so good to me? Is this truly what you want? What am I? That you can give yourself to me body and soul? Is this merely sympathy? Do you pity me? The exile from society? Okay. Society, is that enough for you to surrender yourself to such mad desire? Are you so wanton? Saya's here. She's with me now. Only in this moment is her existence certain. Only when I am joined with her I can believe. No matter what cruel fate might await me, Saya, there is nothing I fear more than losing you. It's good. Fino, are you crying? I realize that my cheeks are wet with tears. Hi, Saya. Why do you go so far from me? Minori, I don't understand it. I don't, but I'm losing myself to you more every day, and I can't live without you, Saya. Oh, I need it. Oh, I need someone to not be able to live without me, please. I have my arms tied around her, praying that our bodies will melt together and never be apart again. Tell me, please, what must I do to keep you with me? How can I repay you?
こうやって
Cute. Holding me, Saya whispers into my chest. I want to stay like this forever. I won't leave you, Fuminori. Why? Why me? Because you're all alone, she says softly, gazing up into my eyes. I must have the Nikons for that. Imagine taking care of your Oshi. Really? Is it you guys? You mean that? Do you mean it? Because you're all alone, she says softly, gazing up into my eyes. All alone, just like me.
一人ぼっちだ
The sorrow in her voice resonates with my own. There's a deep loneliness in her eyes, a loneliness from which now springs boundless affection.
だからさやにも
Oh, she's so
し
me.
かいないの
You're all I have
この世でただ
in the whole wide world.
私を
Only you will embrace me, my precious Fuminori.
好きな
Now I know, no matter what horrors this world unleashes upon me, all I'll ever need is Saya. Okay. How do I save? Oh. Maybe saved. Okay. Yeah, it's a good stopping point. Man, I love this game. Visual novel. I love Saya. And I wish I had my own. I wish I had my own Saya. Or I wish I was Saya and I had a Fuminori, I think. I wish. Thank you all for watching me, even if it was a short stream. Soon enough, I'll be back to being able to stream along you, sir. But for now, yeah, sir, Niku. My hair smells so good.